Hello and welcome to Actually Speechless. Today's video is the best suit and tie skin combos. Let's get into this video. This video is the best suit and tie skin combos, and this video was suggested by BoyWonder27. Thank you very much for the video suggestion, and they said, can we get combos for skins that wear suits and ties, please? Thank you. Of course I can. I decided to use 5 different skins, 2 combos for each. Let's get into the first skin, which is a pretty OG skin, which is the Reaper, part of the Hired Gun set, introduced in Chapter 1, Season 3's Battle Pass, and was a Tier 100 skin from that season. Some people like to call it the OG John Wick. It was designed off of the John Wick skin, obviously before we knew we were going to get one. Either way, it works very nicely for the suit and tie design, to see with a fully blacked out suit. Back Bling for this combo is pretty OG as well, which is a black shield, part of the Fortnite set, introduced in Chapter 1 Season 2's Battle Pass, and it's Black Knight's Back Bling from that season. Black Knight was a Tier 70 skin, which was the max tier you could get in that Battle Pass. As you see, works very nicely for the black design. Pickaxe is a DC series pickaxe, which is Catwoman's Grappling Claw, part of the Batman 0 point set, introduced in Chapter 2 Season 6, and this is Catwoman Zero's pickaxe, works very nicely for the blacked out design. Umbrella for the first 8 combos is the One Shot, part of the John Wick set, introduced in Chapter 1 Season 9, and you got this umbrella for getting the Victory Royale in the John Wick Bounties LTM in Chapter 1 in Season 9. If you don't have this umbrella or glider, you can use any other glider or umbrella that's black themed, would work nicely. Contrail for the first 8 combos is Avatar's Descent, part of the Avatar set, introduced in Chapter 5 Season 2's Battle Pass, and is Korra's Contrail from last season's Battle Pass. Uses a secret skin. I thought I'd use this. I really do like this Contrail a lot. I don't really have a very nice black themed Contrail. That's why I thought I'd use this one. But if you do want to use a black themed one, you can use TIE Squadron instead from Chapter 3 Season 3's Battle Pass. Let's move on to the first weapon wrap now, which is this one right here, which is Boogeyman, part of the John Wick set as well, introduced in Chapter 1 Season 9. You got this for getting challenges in the John Wick Bounty LTM, the same game mode you had to get a Victory Royale for the One Shot glider. Let's move on to combo number 2 now. It's the second combo for the Reaper skin. I thought I'd use the Wolf Pack, part of the Full Moon set, introduced in Chapter 1 Season 6's Battle Pass, and it's Dye's Back Bling from that season. He was a Tier 100 skin. As you see here, works very nicely for the black design, has a little bit of gold and white, but I'm mainly using it for the black. Pickaxe is the Icebreaker, part of the Arctic Command set, introduced in Chapter 1 Season 1, and this can be bought in the Yarp shop. Then use it for the black design as well. Let's move on to the second weapon wrap now, which is this one right here, which is Tie-Dye Abyss, introduced in Chapter 3 Season 4, and this is a Tie-Dye Skins weapon wrap. To make it fully black, all you got to do is go to Lobby, click on your banner, go over to Colour, and then choose Black, which is on the 3rd row down, 2nd colour across, gives you fully blacked out. That's how the actual weapon wrap looks, as you see here. Pretty much fully black. Let's move on to the next combo, which is combo number 3, and the second skin now, which is John Wick, part of the John Wick set, introduced in Chapter 1 Season 9. For John Wick, you can use any of the styles. You can use Default, Damage, Bowery Black, or the one I'm using, which is High Table Duel. As you see here, has a black suit and then a white shirt, which is pretty cool. I like all styles, but it's totally up to you which one you want to use. Back Bling is a Marvel series Back Bling, part of the Deadpool set, introduced in Chapter 2 Season 2. Deadpool's katanas works absolutely perfectly with John Wick. Pickaxe is Driver, part of the Teed-Off set, introduced in Chapter 1 Season 8. This can be bought in the Yarp shop, then use it for the blacked out design. As mentioned, the Glider and the Contrail are One Shot, and Avatar's Descent for the Contrail. Let's move on to the weapon wrap for this combo, which is a fully blacked out weapon wrap, which is Stealth Black, part of the Air Royale set, introduced in Chapter 1 Season 8. This can be bought in the Yarp shop. I'm pretty sure either 300 or 400 V-Bucks, which in my opinion is a very good offer. Solid, which is a fully blacked out weapon wrap. Let's move on to the next combo, the second combo for John Wick. Now, for this one, I thought I'd use a set of wings. I'm using a set of white wings, which is Perfect Wings, introduced in Chapter 1 Season 9, Shadow series as well. But you can use any set of wings that are white or black themed, would work nicely. Pickaxe is a crowbar, part of the Getaway Gang set, introduced in Chapter 1 Season 5. You've got this pickaxe for getting challenges done in a getaway game mode, works very nicely for the black design. Silver does work pretty nicely as well. Let's move on to the fourth weapon wrap now, which is a white and black themed weapon wrap, which is Shadow Angular Shift, introduced in Chapter 2 Season 1, works very nicely for the white and black design. Also Shadow series as well, which goes very nicely with the Perfect Wings Back Bling. Let's move on to the next skin now, which is the Rook skin, part of the, or doesn't have a set, but was introduced in Chapter 1 Season 5's Battle Pass. Mainly just has the suit jacket and obviously the actual suit itself, which is pretty cool. It doesn't have any trousers, but I guess it works very nicely. Pretty sure this is the only female skin we have that has like a suit, which is pretty cool. I do really like the skin a lot. As you see, it has a nice red, white, and black design, a little bit of grey as well. Back Bling for this combo is Cactus Jack, which is an Icon Series Back Bling, part of the Travis Scott set, introduced in Chapter 2 Season 2. Obviously this hasn't came back since Chapter 2 Season 2, so if you don't have this holographic Back Bling, you can use any other red themed ones. I was going to personally use this one right here instead of the Cactus Jack, but I thought I'd use Cactus Jack. I was going to use Mark of the Slayer, which is from Chapter 4 Season 1's Battle Pass, and it's Doomslayer's Back Bling from that season's Battle Pass. But if you don't have either of those two, use any other red themed ones. Could be Marvel series, Star Wars series, and no Ghost Swamps and Ghostbusters one, or you could even use the Crimson Crest in the red style. Pickaxe is Widow's Bite, part of the Avengers set, introduced in Chapter 1 Season 8, a nice Marvel series pickaxe, and it's the OG Black Widow's pickaxe. Works very nicely for the red and black design. Let's move on to the weapon wrap now, which is this one right here, which is a red and black themed weapon wrap, which is Blasted, part of the Short Fuse set, introduced in Chapter 2 Season 2's Battle Pass, and is TNT's weapon wrap from that season. As you see here, has a very nice design, kind of a little bit comic booky as well, which is pretty cool. Let's move on to the next combo, which is combo number 6, and the second combo for Rook. For this one, I thought I'd use a shield Back Bling, and I'm using red shield, part of the Fortnite set, introduced in Chapter 1 Season 3. This works absolutely perfectly for the colour scheme. As you see, the red, the black and the white works perfectly with the Rook skin. Pickaxe is the Stun Knife, which is a Gaming Legend series pickaxe, part of the Sneaking set, introduced in Chapter 5 Season 1's Battle Pass, as Solid Snake's pickaxe from that season. You unlock this for doing the Solid Snake quest in that Battle Pass. Let's move on to the weapon wrap for this combo now, which is this one right here, which is a Star Wars series weapon wrap, which is Darth Shader, part of the Darth Vader set, introduced in Chapter 3 Season 3's Battle Pass. I'm using it for the black and red design, but mainly the black, to be fair. Let's move on to combo number 7 now. For this one, I thought I'd use Human Bill, which is part of the Hot Alien Summer set, introduced in Chapter 2 Season 7. Human Bill can be bought in the item shop, and the actual headpiece I'm using is glasses, skin colour is green, skin overlays deep up, so you can't really see the tattoos, tops is suit, and then bottom is suit. So we have the glasses, green, default, then it's suit, and then suit. As you see here, it gives it a nice suit and tie combo. Obviously the skin tone you can change to whichever colour you like, but I like green the most, to be honest. Let's move on to the Back Bling now, which is Assassin Pack, part of the John Wick set, introduced in Chapter 1 Season 9. This is one of the 2 John Wick Back Blings that we have. Obviously we have this one, and we also have the Wick's Katana, which is the most recent one we got. But either way, this works nicely for the black. Pickaxe is Vision, which is part of the Ouroboros set, introduced in Chapter 1 Season 7. Using this for the fully blacked out design. There's a little bit of blue, but mainly for the black. And this can be bought in the item shop. Let's move on to the weapon wrap now. This is another Star Wars series weapon wrap, which is this one right here, which is AWR Armor, part of the original trilogy set, introduced in Chapter 5 Season 2. And you got this weapon wrap for purchasing the AWR Trooper, so literally bundled together, which is pretty cool. Let's move on to the next combo now, which is combo number 8, and the second combo for Human Bill. For this one, I thought I'd use another shield Back Bling, and the one I'm using is a Banner Shield, part of the Banner Brigade set, introduced in Chapter 1 Season X. You can also use the Banner Cape, either one would work nice. At the time we record this, which is the 30th of May 2024, if you're watching the day it comes out, the Banner Shield and Cape are in the item shop. And the actual banner I'm using is a Billie Eilish one, which you got for doing the Ramp It Up quest in Fortnite Festival. If you don't have this banner, you can use any banner that you like the most, but I've been really liking using this one. And obviously to get a fully black, all you've got to do is go down to the 3rd row, 2nd colour across, and it gives you a fully blacked out design. And this is obviously how it looks with it. Works pretty nice. You can't actually change the colour of the actual banner itself. So the background you can, it's black, but you can't actually change the banner colour. It'd be cool at some point if they do introduce that. But either way, the pickaxe for this combo is the Combat Knife, part of the Future War set, introduced in Chapter 2 Season 5, and this is Sarah Connor's pickaxe. I really like to use this pickaxe a lot with the Human Bill skin. Let's move on to the weapon wrap now, which is this one right here, which is Assassin, part of the John Wick set, introduced in Chapter 1 Season 9, and it's to be bought in the item shop, mainly using it for the black and silver design. Let's move on to the final suit and tie skin combos now, or final skin I should say, which is Midas from the Chapter 2 Season 2 Battle Pass, part of the Golden Ghost set. And the style I'm using is Ghost. Obviously you have Ghost and you have Shadow. Obviously the Shadow one was black suit, but the Ghost is white suit. So I remember you got to choose Ghost or Shadow for most of the skins. I personally chose Ghost for the white, but if you just want to keep default, that's totally fine as well. I really do like the white suit, as you see here, white suit with like a pretty like a black and brown tie, pretty cool in my opinion. Back Bling for this combo is Gold Token, part of the John Wick set, introduced in Chapter 1 Season 9. You've got this Back Bling for getting challenges done in John Wick Bounty LTM. Personally my favourite gold Back Bling I do own. It goes absolutely perfect with the Midas skin. Pickaxe is Gold Crow, part of the Double Agent set, introduced in Chapter 2 Season 3. Works very nicely for the black and gold design. And this is the only combo in this video. It has a different umbrella and different contrail as well. And this one I'm using Classified, which is a Victory Royale umbrella from Chapter 2 Season 2. If you don't want to use this umbrella or glider, you can use any other gold themed gliders or umbrellas, work nicely. Contrail is Ballistics, introduced in Chapter 1 Season 8 Battle Pass, using it for the gold design. And the weapon wrap for this combo is this one right here. Obviously, I can't ever remember. I'm pretty sure if you use Midas, it changes the weapon wrap to gold anyway, but either way, for safety, I'll use a weapon wrap, which is gold and black, part of the Undercover Summer set, introduced in Chapter 2, Season 7. And this one's reactive anyway. It goes from fully black to fully gold, similar to what Midas does. When he touches the guns, he makes them golden, so I guess it does work pretty nicely either way. Let's move on to the final combo now. The second combo for Midas and combo number 10. For this one, I thought I'd use the Rose of Avarice, part of the Rise of Midas set, introduced in Chapter 5, Season 2. This Back Bling is free back you can get for doing challenges in Chapter 5, Season 2. Obviously, you have the Flora's Lava event. You also have the Rise of Midas, I think, challenges. This was from the Rise of Midas. As you see here, a nice gold and black flower. Works very nicely with the Midas skin. Pickaxe was also free, but this was from the Flora's Lava challenges in Chapter 5, Season 2. Part of the Rise of Midas set. The Gilded Vengeance, as you see with a gold shark. Works very nicely. Let's move on to the final weapon wrap. Similar to the previous one, I just thought I'd use a gold one. I thought I'd use Xev, which is part of the Fusion set, introduced in Chapter 2, Season 1. I thought I'd use it for the gold and white design, so I can never remember if you have to use a specific style for Midas to make it the guns change colour, or if it just automatically changes, or when I mean change colour, I mean from change from standard to golden. I can't ever remember which one, but either way, obviously, it doesn't matter. Obviously, the weapon wrap is redundant, it doesn't really matter, but either way, that is all the best suit and tie skin combos done. Thank you once again, BoyWonder27, for the video suggestion. I really did enjoy getting combos done for these skins. There most likely are a few others, but the ones I own, these are the ones I own anyway. Obviously, a few of them are Battle Pass, a few of them are item shop as well. So if there is any other video suggestions that I see, for example, skin, Back Bling, Pickaxe, glider / umbrella, contrail or weapon wrap, or anything other Fortnite related, always feel free to let me know in the comments down below. I'm always down to give something new a go. But anyways, that's pretty decent.